Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for our weekly angel reading for May 2nd through May 8th, 2016. So this is the first full week of May. And so let's just take this time to connect in with our higher self, to pay attention to those desires that are being offered to you, signals of light, of your own divine abundance being transmitted to you to help you to know and have confidence and a sense of security in the direction that you are pursuing. There is so much information that is always available around you at all times. And in this period of this astrological period, what this is asking you to do is to take the time to be fully aware, to be fully engaged in the process of your own creation, the reality that you're creating and that you're summoning through your desires. And so this is a very important time where you can break free from any limitations that are you're observing, because that's what's really going on. You're observing limitations rather than paying attention to the limitlessness of your inner source of well-being. And so this period of the retrograde, the Mercury retrograde, is calling you inward, where you are unlimited and where life is truly a feast waiting for you to enjoy it. And there are new opportunities within this for you. There are there's new possibilities, new opportunities. There's expansion here. Now, they want you to pay attention to, interrupting, as they're writing eat and food. So they want you to pay attention to what you're eating and as it pertains to the food and what signals the body is offering you about that. So instead of just doing what you normally do without thinking, you're just so used to performing certain actions. And this is how the retrograde is so helpful, because it's about really helping you to communicate with your inner being and getting back in touch with that. And so don't just do things just because they're comfortable and that you don't have, and they're mindless. You don't have to think. We like to have certain parts of our lives operating on an automatic pilot so that we can focus on those things that we believe is so important and pressing. And what they would like for you to do is to mix that up. And they would like for you to pay attention during this period to what is your body asking for? What does it need right now? Does it need to detox? Does it need for you to eat something that will give your body the energy that it needs? Does your body need a certain kind of care, a certain kind of love that you've been neglecting to give it because you feel that your responsibilities and your actions are far more important, and that you'll catch up on that at some point. And so, and this is also an important time where there are aspects of you that are seeking to express itself in the most authentic and way, and one which has integrity. And so they keep writing body. They're kind of interrupting me here. So let's go back to this. The body care, caring for your body, and they wrote the word carry, helps you to carry out your physical responsibilities. It helps to support you. So you can't neglect your body if you expect to have the juice to keep um, to keep you afloat, or to help you to sustain the activities that you feel are necessary in order to help you to accomplish something. So they want you to really spend some time meditating. They're showing me that you're not doing as much. You're of this, and your connection is thinning out because you are not making your soul a priority. And even if you feel like you are, you could do more, or just go a little bit deeper, or really, they wrote the word pure. So they want you, and they wrote the word carry. First of all, they want you to know that you're protected. So let all of this, I gotta, let your list go, okay? You are protected. The universe is carrying you. It's carrying you, it's leading you. And if you get in touch with your body, which should be in your I am presence, your body is your true life partner. Your soul has a life partner, has a soul mate. It's your physical body. They they work together. Your physical body is like a sentient being that is also um, communicating with you and interacting, and allowing you to interact with the physical world. So you can't neglect it. You can't be a partner to anyone else. You can't be a business partner, a lover, a mother, an aunt. Um, you can't be someone's boss. You can't be any of the roles that you play without first honoring the partnership that your divine soul, your inner being, and your physical investment has together. They have to be synchronized. And so pay attention to what your body, what how this partnership needs to be, I guess the word, reinforced. Your connection, the love, the caring. I guess that's the word they're trying to get at. That this, you know, your physical body carries you, transports your soul through this experience. So treat it as an equal partner. Okay? I feel that's really the message here. And as you do this, and they write in the word hour, when you do this, you'll really get the big picture here. You'll see everything. Your connection will expand. You'll be more aware of all the information, because your physical body is also helping to pick up on that information that you're not always paying attention to. It helps you to receive the information that's coming through the physical aspect. So really, really give your attention, full attention, to your body in this week. All right, let's take a look at the card from the theme of the week from the Archangel Oracle. Okay, so we've been basically told once more with this card, the Archangel Gabriel, nurture. Okay, and the card says, as you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child Both activities are important for you right now. So I really feel that the message for this card is really just piggybacking on what was just said. And nurturing, this is a time for you to nurture yourself, okay? To pay attention to that holy aspect of yourself and your goals and your dreams. Let me just take one moment. So you may feel called in this week. This could be also about literally nurturing, um, allowing others to nurture you, taking time to pay attention to your own inner self. This could also be about nurturing a child in your life. Um, but the whole thing is to really take care. Know that you are surrounded by loving guidance. You know, your source team of angels and ascended masters that are with you. So as you this card just draws us inward, which so this is really going to be a week for you to sort of listen. So one of the things that I do for myself is I take the time to, kind of tune into my own inner guidance, and every now and then I check in and see how I want to feel, um, and ask myself in this moment with the food I want to eat, how do I want to feel, and then see what food would help me align with that feeling. Or in a situation that I'm involved in, instead of allowing the influence of others to direct that, then you ask yourself, how do you want to feel? Okay, in that situation, and then make the decision that nurtures you. You got to listen. So when you ask yourself, how do you want to feel? Then listen for the guidance that will come and that will indicate what you need to do in that moment. And this is a very powerful lesson when you can start realizing that you need to always come from this place of deciding what you want out of a situation. That is a nurturing act. And we don't often do it. We're often caught up in trying to fix what's going on outside of us or make things work for everybody else and never really considering what we need to do for ourselves. So just try that in this week and don't get caught up in everything that's going on. Always ask yourself, how do I want to feel in this situation? Because then it'll inform you. You are disengaging your ego and you're really speaking to your higher consciousness. And the feedback that you will get, the guidance will definitely come from source. And then don't be afraid to trust what you receive as guidance. Go for it and see how the outcome changes. Don't let others determine the outcome for you in a situation. Don't give away your power, whether it's over to food. So don't eat because, or any kind of addiction. Don't, and sometimes even relationships are kind of like a codependency, like an addiction. You are so used to letting other things influence you. So don't let a certain food influence you, and then when you eat it, it doesn't do good things for your body or doesn't make you feel good, but you just feel like you're craving it. Break that cycle, and ask yourself, how do I want to feel, and like say, the kind of food that will make me feel this way. So if I want to feel a harmony in my body, then think about or listen for the guidance that will direct you to the food that will do that for you. And you'll notice a whole different shift, and a reason for feeding the body becomes completely different. You're not trying to, to what I'm trying to say. You're not trying to eat for the craving, but you're eating for the fulfillment of your life and your body. Okay, you don't want to get sort of caught in this cycle where you keep doing things that you are not happy about doing, and then you can't seem to stop yourself from doing it, like as if you don't have a choice. So this is just one of those ways and examples, and you can do this with every other thing in your life. It's really putting, the other way around is like you're putting the cart before the horse, trying to work from the outer first rather than the inner. Okay, let's take a look at the cards for the beginning of the week. Oh, wow. I saw this card this morning in my vision. I saw a vision of the King of Water. So this is really interesting here. And I had a sense that, like this week, they're coming in to do some work in my apartment. And, I've been kind of a little, going through having mixed emotions about it because of, it's going to be a week of upheaval. And but I realized that I've asked Archangel Gabriel to shift my perspective about this. And so and when I saw it, I knew that the vision that everything was going to flow, anything that I'm anticipating, that the energy still is already set, that things are going to flow beautifully. So this card, the King of Water, is really telling you to trust at the beginning of the week that things are going to work out, that your feelings are going to be respected by someone or others in a situation, especially if you are willing to trust what you need and ask for it. Trust that the universe is going to attract to you a vibrational match where people are more than willing and open to hearing your perspective and your point of view, and they're willing to accommodate you. So just the thing is that you need to keep an open mind. This card represents someone who is very compassionate, as the card says. So if there's someone you're meeting in the beginning of the week, or you have something going on and you're worried about how the interaction is going to play out, or when all the different people get together, how that's going to unfold. This is telling you that you can trust the people that are involved, that they are going to come from a place that respects your values. They're going to respect your ideas, that they are going to be flexible, as the water is flexible, and that things are going to run smoothly. So all you have to do is listen to the flow of your own guidance. Again, nurture, go within. Ask yourself, how do you want to feel? Set the tone. Set the tone for the meeting or whatever it is that you're doing. Decide how you want to feel. When you feel the negativity, okay, I do stop, look, and listen. That's like we learned in first grade for traffic, right? So when you feel negativity coming up, stop. Because when you cycle that, all you're going to get is the effects of the ego, which is something to fear. You're going to have this worst case scenario play out for you. So stop that right away as soon as you feel it. Then look. Now, as I explained before, once you look, you ask, how do I want to feel? Because that's setting the tone. That's setting the tone of source within you. And then listen. Listen to the guidance. I don't care if it doesn't make sense to what you're doing, follow it anyway. Even if it tells you to just go leave the room or do something differently, or go for some time out in the sun. Do what it says, because it's helping you to break the energy and to get in touch with what the tone that you want to set. It'll guide you to do something that will help to set the tone for that meeting. It could be something as simple as something that may help others to really feel comfortable. So follow that, and then you'll see that huge difference when you set the tone for all things in your life. Getting dressed, I ask, how do I want to feel today? Then I choose what I put on. It makes a huge difference, because you're getting the ego out of practice for setting the tone for your day. All right. So let's take a look at the card for the middle of the week. But I just love how, oh, another king. So this tells me that already leadership, that in this week, you're either being guided to take the lead. So if you're the kind of person, especially the king of air, who doesn't speak up, now you're being asked to take the lead, either to voice your feelings, okay? These two cards together. So you've maybe been asked to voice your feelings as a way of nurturing. Also yourself, and also because you are someone who is compassionate and loving, and you have you channel this love, that your words are nurturing to others. So whether it's you who's going to be receiving or you who is going to be offering, don't be afraid to step forward. Okay, I feel like this is your time to come out and to really start to guide others, to take a leadership role. This is also, if you've been have some public speaking engagement, this means that it's going to go well for you. If you are writing something, and maybe journaling, or writing a book, maybe you're writing a self-help book, something that's going to nurture others, something that and you have a very compassionate style of writing, and you channel the angels. Act on this. Trust your angels, trust your guides about this. Let me just tune in and to the energy. Some of you may have been called, I'm seeing a circle with a pyramid above it. And what I'm getting a sense is that some of you may have been called to call together a circle, to lead a circle where you share information of ascension. So that helps uplift others. So if you've been getting messages about this to lead a group, then this is the angels informing you that this is going to be successful. Um, and it's going to be rewarding for you and others. They are showing me that a lot of people are going to gather around you. There may be one person in particular who comes through to really be of support to you, or who may have some ideas, or who can help you pull that together. So they want you to have faith in this relationship and the possibilities of being open-minded to this person. This is someone who's very caring and someone you can trust. But I just see lots and lots of people gathering over time, because you have a powerful energy of love, and that's what they're seeking. Don't get in your head and second guess yourself, okay? That could be the reversal part of this. Don't overthink this. This is not about all the details that you're concerned about. What's going to attract them is the love. You are almost like a focus point, a powerful, wow. I just get this sense of this, like this funnel of energy, in I don't know why I'm going to say this, oh my god, but in Star Trek, that transporter room where, I forget what that thing was called, but it was like this column of light that you know fuel the entire ship. And this is the kind of love you fuel. This is where everything is coming from, in you. So don't be afraid to pull this together, and the people will come. Okay, let's take a look at the card for the end of the week. So really, whatever it is that you're doing, people are going to gather if you trust. This card here indicates working together, and people admiring your work, working together as a team. And so possibly that you have, this represents creativity, as the card says, recognition for very high quality work. So for the end of the week, you're going to get some feedback. It's going to be positive. It's something you're doing that's creative. Something, I guess the theme of this week is remember what you do. When you think about your gifts, know that it's something that nurtures people. And when you spend time nurturing yourself, listening to what your body needs, listen to what your soul needs, and you get acclimated to how, excuse me, when you get this sense of how powerful this is, then you'll understand that there's nothing more important than your service, that it's nurturing as well. And so if you really focus on the love of what you're doing, it will automatically do that. And it'll take you away from the specifics so that you can allow your frequency to expand, and then all the abundance will fall in from that general uh, detail that you're focusing on. So just focus, follow your heart. Let that be your guide for what your purpose is and what you're doing. And let me just tune in and see what additional information comes through here. So there's something that you're working on right now that's a huge opportunity for you. Um, what I'm seeing is, and this could be symbolic rather than literal, but it could be both. It's a project you're working on. I don't know if you are, you have your own construction, or you're building something, or you do something with your hands, or artist, or like I said, mason or something of this sort, or you build furniture, or you do repairs in homes. That if you're thinking about starting something like a business of your own, and you're worried about how that's going to expand for you eventually, what I'm getting is the quality of your work is so profound that your business is going to spread by word of mouth, almost by without you advertising at all. So if you're in the least bit concerned because you feel like you need to, pay bills and not be pursuing some pipe dream, well, this is not a pipe dream, okay? And so you may need to do this in stages, not completely leave your job, but just start taking clients on the side, making a little bit extra time. Maybe you want to cut back a little bit on some other responsibilities or some aspect of your job if you can. But wherever you can make that time to start doing it, then it'll take off on its own, and then you'll see when you can, become fully employed at doing this. So don't put anything away because you think it's not going to pan out. Okay, this is about nurturing yourself at this time. The universe is supporting you in nurturing ideas, especially if this is something that it was a childhood dream of yours, but you just didn't pursue it because. Okay, so the card that I pulled from the bottom of the deck, I'm just going to put it here, is the Ten of Air. So this is the underlining message, what's kind of fueling what we're seeing on the surface here. And this is saying that you're going to start to clear a pattern of thinking that has been kind of addictive. So it's held you in a rut, and this is clearing. You're starting to see some new opportunities. You're maybe even recycling some old ideas, something that's been in your heart for a very long time. And now that you are letting go of some of your internal struggles, your inner criticism, that you are now free to start to see, possibilities. So I get a sense that some new ideas are going to come to you, which would be the Ace of Air. This card is a transition, something ending and something beginning, and that you're going to start to get some a fresh perspective, that you're going to be allowing new ideas to come forward and that are coming from your inner being. And so you're going to have more trust. Again, this card also speaks about recovering from an addiction. So as you correct some things in your diet, okay, I feel like a lot of this has to do with food, as they kept writing. And even if you eat a very healthy diet, look at look at food specifically for you. Don't think in general terms about, okay, this is healthy because this is healthy for everybody. There may be something that's healthy, but you need to look at it for yourself. That may not be, there may be a chemical reaction that's just not good for you and your body. So just don't be afraid to re-examine, the things that you eat or whatever, anything that you digest. Okay, just be a little bit more discerning as it pertains to your own body, and ask your body, does this serve me any longer at this point, and do I need something new in order to support the shifts that I am trying to achieve in my life. Okay, so that's another point too. You're shifting, and therefore even things that work and are good may not be what you need. You may need something else that's good for the shift that you are undergoing. So take a look at that. All right. This is all about just tapping in and tuning into what works and what's good for you, and being willing to flow with the changes, to flow with the changes, and to focus. Don't resist the changes so much. Like, I spent so many months resisting this whole thing that's coming up this week. Don't don't do that. Okay, flow with the focus on how it's going to make you feel. Listen to your inner being. Is this going to be something that's really going to nurture you in the end? Is it going to enhance how you live? That should always be your goal over having to go through some of the messiness of life. It may be messy, like, cooking in the kitchens, or cleaning your house. It gets messy. You got to pull everything out. But then once you finish the cleaning and you put everything back, or once you're done with the cooking and you put it in your plate, it tastes good or it looks good. So there is that aspect. And of course, we have to incorporate that and be aware of that. So I send you lots of love this week, and because I'm doing all this construction, I will definitely try to do the daily card messages. I may have some trouble, obviously, because of everything, but if you are but I think I will do my best to be there. Just know that for the few days there that this is going on, that may be the reason. And so I thank you all for your comments. I'm just so glad to hear how you all are shifting, and and so thank you for sharing your stories with me. So I send you lots of love and angel blessings. And if you're looking for an angel reading, please feel free to contact me at theangelschool.com, which you can find in the description link below, and the Facebook page. Until next time, God bless you all.